वासुदेवाय
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna. So
हरे
thank you
कृष्णा
everyone for joining this discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are discussing first canto where we have come to the section of Bhishma Dev, passing away of Bhishma Dev. So in this section, like Lord wanted to glorify Bhishma Dev, his devotee. So he made Yudhishthir that he was like, although Yudhishthir is feeling lamentation that because of me all this war has happened and everyone has died. So although Krishna and Vyasadeva everyone tried to convince him, he was not convinced because Krishna wanted Bhishma Dev to convince him so that Bhishma Dev will be more glorified. So Krishna brought all the Pandavas and everyone into the bed near to the deathbed of Bhishma Dev. So Bhishma Dev, he saw them, he was very happy seeing that at last, finally, after the war, Pandavas have started ruling and Yudhishthir became king. So he was very happy. This is what he wanted. So, and also he welcomed everyone there. So many great sages from all over the world has come because everyone wanted to hear what is the conversation between Bhishma and Pandavas. So everyone came and they also wanted to honor Bhishma Dev while Bhishma Dev is leaving this world. So Bhishma Dev started speaking to Pandavas and he, like last time we have seen how he was addressing that why you are suffering, like that he started discussing that basically Pandava suffering is the it's like orchestrated by Krishna. No one can understand the plan of Krishna. Pandavas are pure devotees, they are not suffering because of their past karma, but it is all the plan of Lord Krishna, and no one can understand that plan of the Lord. One should simply follow the plan of the Lord. So that is what he discussed about addressed Pandavas and also glorified Krishna as the supreme to Pandavas. This person who is sitting here, he is the supreme Lord. Like that, he glorified Krishna. And Yudhishthir, at this point, he asked so many different knowledge regarding how to live in this world. So Bhishmadev has enlightened all those things to Yudhishthir. So now, so that is like long conversation. In Bhagavatam, very summary it is given, but in Mahabharata it is long, it is explained in very elaborate way. So here, after that discussion, so now the after like that will go for many days. Bhishmadev's conversation with Yudhishthir. So finally, after so many days, the time of Uttarayana has come, and he was about to leave. He decided his mind to leave this world. So Bhishmadev has the boon from his father that whenever he want, that time he can leave this world. Means Swachanda Marana. That means only when he decides, then only he will leave this world. So he can choose his death when he can leave. So now he was waiting for Uttarayana. Uttarayana has come, and also he now Krishna is there. So now he wanted to take advantage of this time and the place. So Krishna, this Bhishma started withdrawing his mind from so many other things because Bhishma Dev's life is like very, very long life, maybe more than 200 years he lived. So his life so long, he was so much engaged in so much politics, so many so many activities. So he has seen a lot in his life, you can say. So now he withdrew all those thoughts throughout his life from all other things, and he started focusing on concentrating on the Lord Krishna. So that is what he is focusing. So this one important aspect from Bhishmadev life, what it is saying is, at the time of death, in Bhagavad Gita especially, it is mentioned that whatever the state of consciousness at the time of death, he will carry into his next life. So Krishna says that if one remembers me at the time of death, then he will definitely come to me without doubt. But if he focus on any other thing, he will attain that thing. So the time of death, the main focus where it is, that is very, very important. And therefore, Krishna advises Arjuna in his Bhagavad Gita that therefore you constantly meditate on me. So wherever your mind goes, bring it back and put it on me. So while engaged in all your activities, while he in fact says that while you are engaged in duty of your fighting, always think of me during that time also. So that means focusing the mind, remembering that the Lord, that we are engaged in all his activities by his mercy, and Krishna is advising, think of me always, whatever you are doing, and dedicate all your activities, mind and intelligence fixed on me, then you will attain without me. And if your mind is going away, again bring it back. So practice it again. Abhyasa yoga yuktena. So practice that, remembering me always, like that Krishna is saying. So that is what Bhishma Dev is demonstrating in his life. So Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna spoke about so much theory, so much philosophy. In Bhagavatam, we can see the action of that theory into practice. So great personalities like Bhishma Dev, they show what Lord wanted to say in Bhagavad Gita. So Bhishma Dev, he withdrew all his mind and focused on the Lord, and started meditating on the Lord, and he started offering prayers to Lord Krishna in that state. So these prayers of Bhishmadev we'll see. So what is his praying to Lord Krishna is that I have invested my thinking, feeling, willing in so long, in so many different subjects, but now I don't want to engage these feelings in other subjects, but I want to engage in you, O Lord. So this and this Supreme Lord, he is always enjoys in the spiritual world, and also when he comes, when he descends in this material world, he is here also, he enjoys with all his devotees. He is the leader of all the devotees. So I want to remember him. So that is his thought process. So he says on he basically, his prayer is he wanted to always remember Krishna, and he glorifies that form of Krishna. Tribhuvana kamanam tamala varnam ravikara gauravarambhanam dadane vapuralaka kulavruta ananabjam vijaya sakhe ratirastu mena vadya. So he is remembering the form of Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So Bhishma Dev is in the Virya Rasa, where he exchanges rasa with Krishna in the Virya Rasa, like in the fighting spirit. So, like Arjuna, we know that Krishna he's seated in the chariot of Arjuna. So Bhishma Dev could see Arjuna while fighting with Arjuna. Krishna is always sitting in front of him. So he was directly able to focus on the face of Krishna. So he is remembering that form, and he's saying Tribhuvana Kamanam. That form of Krishna is so beautiful. Tribhuvana Kamanam is in all the three worlds. That form of Krishna is so beautiful, and it is Tamala Varnam. Tamala Varnam is Tamal tree is like little color of cloud. So that Tamal tree is famous even in Vrindavan. Also, this is Tamal tree is there. One of our sannyasi Prabhupada disciple is named Tamala Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So Tamala Varnam. So Tamala is the like blue light, like cloud color tree, which is there in Vrindavan and other places. So that is Tamala Varnam is beauty. And Ravi Kara Gaura Varambaram Dadane. So he wears yellow cloth, yellow Pitavarna. So that Pitavarna, the cloth is compared to the shining rays of sun. So that is the best of the cloth which is shining in yellow color that he is wearing, Krishna. And his face is surrounded by Alaka Kula Avrita Ananabjam. His lotus face is surrounded by his nice curly hairs. So that Lord who is Vijaya refers to Arjuna. So let me have my rati, my attachment to that Supreme Lord Krishna who is friend of Arjuna. So let me have my attachment to that Krishna. So that is what his aspiration, to have rati towards Vijaya Sakha, who is Krishna, who is friend of Arjuna. And so his, as mentioned, his meditation is Krishna on the battlefield. So he's remembering that he is while Krishna, while he was driving on the chariot of Arjuna, the horses are going very swiftly, and he is trying to control that horses, and the lot of dust is getting raised by those hoofprints of those horses, and therefore his body is covered with the dust, and he is also like exerting a lot of effort. So therefore, the sweat has come on his face. So the sweat is also looking very beautiful, like falls. And more on top of that, I myself am shooting arrows, and that is like from that the blood is coming. So this is like that is also decorating his body. So that form is enjoyed by me. So let my mind go into that form of Krishna. So although he is fighting in the opposite side, he is always thinking about that. He is meditating on that form of Krishna. He knows the glories of Krishna, and at this point, while leaving his body, also, he is meditating on that form of Krishna, and he want to have his affection to Krishna. So, and he's saying that Arjuna, he told Krishna that please place your chariot in the middle of the battlefield. And Krishna obediently followed the command of Arjuna, and he placed his ratha in between the soldiers of both the parties. So let me have my attachment to that form of Krishna. So at that time, when Arjuna, he was in very much like he became very despondent that seeing that he need to kill his opponent's opposite party. So he enlightened Arjuna in that field. So he, with his own words, he removed the ignorance of Arjuna. He gave transcendental knowledge. Let me have my affection towards that Krishna who gave that knowledge. And he is especially remembering one particular pastime where where Arjuna, like in the battlefield, if you in Mahabharata, there is 18 days war that has taken place. In that first 10 days, the commander in chief for Kauravas is Bhishma. And next 5 days, it is Drona. Next 2 days, it is Karna. Next one day, half day, it is Shalya. So in the first 10 days, Bhishma, he was like very unconquerable. Like he was like fighting very valiantly, and Pandavas are all suffering seeing the valor of Bhishma. Especially on the ninth day, he was like very, very furious. And so while doing even but Duryodhan was not happy with Bhishma, because Duryodhan thought that Bhishma will annihilate all the Pandavas, but Bhishma is not killing Pandavas. So Duryodhan insulted Bhishma that you are not acting, you are not fighting properly. So you should kill all the Pandavas. Like that he insulted. Then Bhishma told that uh, Bhishma told that I have 5 arrows. These are very powerful. With these 5 arrows, I will kill Pandavas tomorrow. So then Duryodhana told that these are very powerful, and like then Duryodhana told that okay, I will give these 5 arrows with me. Then you can, I will give you tomorrow, and you can use these 5 arrows to kill the Pandavas. Like that, Duryodhana takes those 5 arrows with him. Then Krishna, understanding the situation, he asks Arjuna to go to Duryodhana and ask for those 5 arrows, because previously Arjuna once saved Duryodhana from Gandharvas. So that time Duryodhana promised Arjuna that what please ask any benediction or any boon, I will fulfill that. Then Arjuna told, I will ask later. So Krishna reminded Arjuna that promise, and he asked Arjuna to go and ask for Duryodhana for those 5 arrows. So Arjuna goes and asks those 5 arrows and takes it from Duryodhana. So then next day morning, when Bhishma asks for Duryodhana, that he tells that Krishna and Arjuna took away those 5 arrows. Then Bhishma becomes little uh, upset, and he tells that okay, Krishna has spoiled my plan. So Krishna in his he in his agreement with in this war, he has promised that he will not lift any weapon. So therefore now today I will make Krishna to give up his promise of his not lifting his weapon. So this is my promise. Like that, he takes the vow. So on that day of battlefield, Bhishma and Arjuna encounters. So Bhishma became so like he is fighting in such a way that Arjuna, he was not able to he handle Bhishma Dev. So Arjuna's whole body was injured by Bhishma's arrows. Even Krishna's whole body was injured by Bhishma's arrows. So Krishna was worrying that Arjuna was in danger. He was he was on the verge of death. So Krishna was so much worried, and also he like Bhishma Dev promised that even I will make Krishna's weapon. Krishna make Krishna's lift his weapon. So both Arjuna and Bhishma both are devotees of Krishna. So therefore, seeing that both his devotees are in trouble, Krishna get down from his chariot, and he took away one of the chariot wheel that is lying there, and he forcibly coming towards Bhishma to kill Bhishma. So that is how he lifted weapon. He sacrificed his own promise in order to save his own devotees, both Bhishma and Arjuna. So that is the nature of the Lord. He may go to any extent to fulfill the desires of his devotees. So that's what Krishna is doing here. But Arjuna, at that time, immediately understanding what Krishna was doing, he came down from the chariot. He ran towards Krishna and hold Krishna's feet. Krishna, please calm down. I will fight like that. But Krishna is so angry that even though Arjuna was dragging Krishna, but still Krishna dragged Arjuna along with him. And he moved so many steps ahead. And meanwhile, Bhishma was joyful. Oh, now Krishna is coming to kill me. So if I was if I am going to get killed by Krishna's hands, I will be, I will get, I will get the association of the Lord. That is the most glorious to be killed in the hands of Lord. So therefore, Bhishma became so joyful and he is welcoming the Lord. Oh, Madhava, please come and kill me. So, but Arjuna, he requested Krishna to cool down, means not be aggressive. I will do the needful. I will definitely fight Bhishma, like that he says. And then Krishna becomes pacified. So he throws that wheel. So in this way, Krishna, he sacrificed his own promise in order to uphold the promise of his own devotees, Bhishma and Arjuna. So, that Krishna, and while he was coming, so while he was coming, his Uttaraya was dropped on the way, and he is like walking like a lion to kill an elephant like me. So that is his form. So that form I am remembering. So that Krishna be the object of my destination. So that's what he is thinking. That my gati be Lord Mukunda, who is giver of liberation for everyone. And in fact, uh, he, uh, he says that whoever in this battlefield, who, whoever see this form of Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and died in the hands of Arjuna, they all have attained their original swarupa, means they all attained liberation because they are seeing the form of Krishna and Arjuna is killing them. So this is like all the soldiers in the Kurukshetra war, because they are seeing Krishna's form and they are purified by the arrows of Arjuna. They have attained liberation. So that is the mercy of the Lord. So let that Mukunda be the object of my attraction, my destination be that Mukunda. So that's what he is saying. And he is saying, so in this way, his meditation is that he wanted to attain that Rati for this Parthasarathi form of Krishna. So after leaving this planet, Bhishma attains the destination where he can again see when the Lord is performing these pastimes in some other universe. He will go and take part in those pastimes. So that is the destination of Bhishma because he is praying like that. So although he is praying like that, he knows that Arjuna is the most dear devotee of the Lord, but he knows that gopis of Vrindavan, they have more love towards Krishna than Arjuna. So therefore, in order to attain the mercy of gopis, to get his position of devotional service to the Lord, he even remembers the gopis' love towards Krishna, where he remembers that Krishna and gopis, like Krishna followed gopis in the Rasalila, Krishna danced along with the gopis, and gopis danced along with the Krishna. So Lord followed the footsteps of gopis. So in this way, Lord also got controlled by gopis' love. So Bhishma is remembering that gopis' love at this point. So to attain mercy. So if you remember in Damodar Leela, there is one prayer, Damodarashtakam, where we sing for the Satyavrata Muni. He is praying for the Vatsalya Rasa, like where he wanted to have Krishna in Vatsalya Rasa, wanted to see Krishna in his son, he wanted to see. But in the end, he also prays to Radharani, who is in Madhurya Rasa, so that when he attained that mercy of Radharani, he will achieve his own bhava towards Krishna. So here also Bhishma is remembering Gopi's love so that he could achieve his own desire of having rasa with the Lord in the Virya Rasa. So, and he is also remembering one particular pastime that he has seen, where previously in Rajasuya Yajna, Yudhishthir has performed Rajasuya Yajna. So there, Krishna, he has been appointed as the first worship. He had received the honor of being first worship. So among all the among all the personalities in the universe. Like great sages are there, great kings are there from all over the world. But Yudhishthir and others, they have selected Krishna as the first worshipable person. First worshipable person is offered to the person who is the most worshipable among all the personalities there. So Yudhishthir and Pandavas, they have selected Krishna as the first worshipable person. And everyone in the assembly agreed with that. Only Shishupal opposed that decision. That's where he started blaspheming Krishna, and Krishna finally released Sudarshan Chakra and killed Shishupal there. So after that incident, Yudhishthir personally worshipped Lord Krishna. So that Bhishma also supported that decision. Bhishma in that assembly only glorified Krishna elaborately that he is the supreme Lord. So Bhishma is now remembering that form of Krishna. And also that form of Krishna is like so beautiful that all the great personalities that have come, they were all astonished to see that form of Krishna. And Bhishma Dev especially remembering that form, that how Krishna is worshipped in that assembly. So he also remembered that. And so now after praying that he was worshipped there, now I also understood that this Krishna is he is only situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. He is there in everyone's heart. Now my illusion is gone. So therefore I want to meditate on Krishna. So like that he offers his prayers, and then after offering those prayers, he simply that while remembering that form of Krishna, he entered into Samadhi, and he entered into that Vaikuntha planet where the Lord is situated in the form of Parthasarathi. So in this way, he attained the supreme destination. This is Bhishma Dev's departure from this world that is described. So this is like glorious departure. Anyone who is remembering the Lord and leaving this world is glorious. So therefore, everyone there, all the surrounding people, they became silent, and all the devatas, great kings, everyone praised Bhishma, and Yudhishthir, he became he understood that ultimately Bhishma has attained the spiritual world, but he missed the association of Bhishma, so therefore he was little sad. So this is the glory of Vaishnava, that Vaishnava, he leaves this world, the followers are happy, at the same time sad. They are happy because they know that Vaishnavas have attained the uh, relationship with the Lord, they have reached spiritual world, and they are engaged in eternal Leela with the Lord. But they are sad because in this world they miss the opportunity to associate with them, with the great devotees. So Bhishma Dev's departure is also like Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is the founder of ISKCON. He also, like if you read his life story, while he was leaving his deathbed, he was also always meditating on Krishna. In fact, he was translating Srimad Bhagavatam into English language even on his deathbed. So that is the glory of Prabhupada. And he, like often the Prabhupada's departure is compared with Bhishma Dev's departure, how he is remembering Krishna and leaving this world. So yeah, that is also we can remember here. And they performed funeral rites and honored and recognized Bhishma's glory. In this way, everyone consoled each other. Then they went to their respective places, everyone. So in this way, the Bhishma's departure is described. And after that, Yudhishthir, he went to Hastinapur. He pacified Dhritarashtra and Gandhari because they were also very much attached to Bhishma Dev. And then he started ruling the kingdom so nicely. So Yudhishthira's rule is mentioned in the next chapter. So this is 9th chapter. We will discuss how Maharaj Yudhishthira ruled in the 10th chapter. So 10th chapter and 11th chapter are very interesting chapters in Bhagavatam, where it is discussed that Krishna is departing from Hastinapur and entering Dwaraka. So Krishna's departure from Hastinapur is described in one chapter, and Krishna's entrance into Dwaraka is described in one chapter. So very sweet dealings of devotees with the Lord. So those are all described in these two chapters. So whenever the Lord leaves, all the associates who are when the Lord is leaving, they feel some kind of sadness that is called as Vipralamba. Like Vipralamba is like feelings of separation. So if someone is missing some dear person, so that is called as Vipralamba. When it applies to Krishna, the Supreme Lord, so this Vipralamba feeling is said to be the highest feeling, where when one feels that he is in separation from the Lord and wanting to meet again the Lord. So this feeling is called as Vipralamba. This is said to be the highest. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here he has given this understanding that Vipralamba Seva, like remembering the Lord in his absence, is the highest form. That is what all the gopis are doing when Krishna left Vrindavan. All the gopis who are lovers of Krishna, they always constantly meditated of Krishna in separation. So that's what even Dwaraka Vasis are undergoing. Krishna is separated and they are all eagerly waiting until Lord will come. And even Hastinapur Vasis, now when Krishna is about to leave, they started experiencing these feelings that, oh, now we are missing the Lord. So these feelings, when will these feelings come? Vipralamba and Sambhoga is after long separation, when one unites with the Lord. So that is called Sambhoga. So this in this world also we can see when our close relatives, when whom we love, when they are getting separated, we feel sad, and when we are unite with them, we feel happiness. Imagine the same thing when applied to the Supreme Lord, who is having unlimited good qualities. So he is very much lovable. He has all the good qualities to love, and he has 6 opulences. And Madhurya is his very sweet, loving exchanges he does. So, with that supreme person, if one is getting separated, he will feel the most sadness. And with that supreme person, if one is meeting after a long time, he feel a lot of happiness. So that is what is being discussed in these two chapters, Vipralamba and Sambhoga. So uh, before discussing that, how Yudhishthir Maharaj ruled this kingdom, that is being explained. So Shaunaka Rishi, he asked that Yudhishthir was established as a king after a long struggle. They have undergone a lot of struggle. So now that power has come to Yudhishthir, how did he rule? So that is the question he asked. So after, because absolute power, correct, absolutely, like one may be very nice before power comes to his hands, but when power comes, some people may misbehave. So Shaunikar is asking, what is Yudhishthira's role when power has? So then Sutta Goswami started saying that. So Krishna, he established Yudhishthir as a king, the emperor of this whole world after a lot of struggle, like which he established he arranged a war between Kauravas and Pandavas, and so in that war it is like everyone got destroyed, just like in forest fire. Everything in that fire, everyone will be destroyed. In this way, all these kingdoms, they were also destroyed by the bamboo fire of anger. So, and then established Yudhishthir as a king because he was a righteous person. So Yudhishthir, he took instructions from Bhishma because Bhishma Deva has given a lot of advice. And also he is constantly taking advice from Krishna, Vyasadeva. So under their directions, he started ruling there. and all his younger brothers, Bhima, Arjuna, and they followed Yudhishthir. So Yudhishthir's kingdom is so famous that it is mentioned that Kamam Vivarsha Parjanya, like whenever the rains, whenever the people needed rain, the cloud showered that rain, and earth produced all necessities of man in profusion. Means whatever the people want, all those things were produced by Mother Earth. So it is also on principle. When we satisfy the Supreme Lord, then all other beings are satisfied, and everyone, all the devatas, bhumi, everything, they produce whatever things we require. So when Yudhishthir is ruling very nicely, everyone was performing sacrifices, worshipping the Lord. Everyone was very dharmika. So because of that, earth produced whatever people require. And cows, they were all very happy. And their milk bags were filled with milk, and in fact, they are moistening the ground with milk. That means milk is dripping abundantly from their milk bags. So cows are yielding, crops are yielding, rains are coming properly, and all the rivers, oceans, hills, mountains, forests, creepers, everything, they are all producing so much opulences. Their respective natural resources, they are all delivering. So basically, prosperous kingdom. So when a king is very dharmic and all the citizens are very dharmic, in that kingdom, all these opulences will naturally will come. So that is what Yudhishthira's rule is. What is meant. Even the same thing, Rama Rajya, we say same when Lord Ram is ruling. Same thing the people have experienced. Again, Yudhishthira also the people are experiencing all these opulences. On top of that, there are no diseases for all the citizens. There are no anxieties, no mental agonies, and there is no excessive heat or cold. So everyone was very, very happy, all the people in Yudhishthira's kingdom. So that is the rule of Yudhishthir. That is where when the devotee of the Lord is ruling, everyone became very, very happy. So this is the rule, how Yudhishthir Maharaj ruled and everyone became so happy, that is explained. So now, after Krishna resided there for a few months, if you remember, previously Krishna was about to leave, but at that time also Yudhishthir lovingly asked Krishna to stay back. So Krishna stayed. Now, after for a few months, again he asked permission from Yudhishthir. Then finally Yudhishthir agreed that he can go. So how we can see how the Lord is controlled by the love of Yudhishthir. So and then finally, when Yudhishthir gave permission, Krishna bowed down to the feet of Yudhishthir because Yudhishthir is like elder cousin. And Yudhishthir embraced Krishna. Yudhishthir Maharaj has like different feelings towards Krishna. He has Vatsalya because Krishna is like a younger cousin. And he is also like friend because he is like his aunt's son. And he is also like worshipable Lord also because he knows the glory of Krishna as the Supreme Lord. In this way, Yudhishthir, he embraced Krishna, and similarly, Krishna embraced other, like Krishna, whenever he meets Pandavas, he offers his obeisances to Bhima and Yudhishthir, and he embraces Arjuna. And Nakul and Sahadev, they offer their obeisances to Krishna. So that is how they each reciprocate. So now they all understood that Krishna is about to leave. So all these personalities in Hastinapur, Subhadra, Draupadi, Kunti, Uttara, Gandhari, Dhritarashtra, Krupacharya, Nakula, Sahadev, all these people, they were so much attached to Lord that when they understood that Lord is about to leave, they started fainting. So nearly fainting. So they are not able to bear separation. So why they are not able to bear separation? That is explained in this sloka, where it is said that Satsangan Mukta Dussango Hatum Notsahate Buddha. So like when a person has some bad qualities and because of that he is suffering bad habits, but when he comes to good association, satsanga, then he will be able to give up those bad habits. So therefore, he will be, whenever one gives up bad habits, he will be relieved from suffering coming from those bad habits. So therefore, after understanding that I was saved from these bad habits, he doesn't want to leave that satsanga. So similarly, all these Pandavas, they are all always with Krishna. So, and they are always darshana, they are always seeing the form of Krishna, they are touching Krishna, they are conversing with Krishna, they are sleeping along with Krishna, they are eating along with Krishna. So all these things they are doing along with Krishna. So therefore they cannot tolerate that separation from Krishna with so much loving exchanges they are having with Krishna. So therefore they are not able to separate. So separate from Krishna. That is what they are experiencing. And when they are looking into the form of Krishna, their hearts are melting because so much affection Lord shows. So their hearts are melting, and they are looking with their blinking without blinking their eyes. So Krishna is so beautiful that even in Gopi Gita, gopis say, "Atati अटति यद्भवान् अहनिकाननं त्रुटियुगायते त्वामपश्यतां कुटिलकुन्तलं श्रीमुखं च ते जड उदीक्षतां पक्ष्मकृदृशाम्." This says that when you move into the forest with your lotus feet, we feel that Truti Yugayate, even 1 second, it appears to be a yuga-like thing because we will not be able to see your form. And even when you are with us, O Lord, these eyelids, we are missing seeing your form with because of these eyelids, because it always blinks. So therefore, we are missing you seeing your form even when you are present for some seconds, for some few moments. So this whoever is the maker of these eyelids, he must be very jada, means foolish, because he has created these eyelids. Like that, they are even condemning the creator of the eyelids because they are missing the darshan of the Lord for a fraction of a second. So, so now all these Pandavas and all the Hastinapurvasis, they are all looking at the Lord without blinking their eyes. So such is the beauty of Krishna. They don't want to see anywhere else. And all the women of Hastinapur, so they like for them tears started rolling because they are missing Krishna. Now Krishna would leave. But at the time of departure of some relative, if one sheds tears, that would cause misfortune. So therefore, with great difficulty, they control their tears because of affection. So these are the feelings that so many feelings are being described in this chapter and next chapter. So beautiful chapters. These are like these two chapters are like the trailers for the 10th canto. So 10th canto is where all the Krishna's pastimes are described very elaborately. So from Bhagavatam first to ninth canto, different incarnations of Krishna, different different aspects of Krishna's personality, like his incarnations, how he is creating this universe. All these are described. But in 10th canto, his Krishna's Leelas is described in elaborately. So these two chapters are like the trailers for that 10th canto, where how Krishna reciprocates with his devotees are being described here. So all these women like Draupadi, Subhadra, they're all very much affectionate to Krishna. Kunti, we have seen how Kunti is affectionate to Lord. So all these personalities, when they understood that Lord is leaving, so tears started rolling, but they controlled their tears because that will cause inauspiciousness. So in this way, he is leaving. So different instruments started playing, drums, mridanga, dola, like that, and all the different personalities, they started offering like Arjuna started took an umbrella so that while the Lord is walking, and the Satyaki and Uddhava, they took upon these fans, Yajana, and started waving. We know in deity worship, like while worshipping the Lord in Acha Vigraha form, we also offer fan. So this is a sign that you are a great person and we love offering this fan. So Uddhava and Satyaki started fanning the Lord. Arjuna held the umbrella. See, all these great personalities, they are all giving respect and worshipping. So same thing while we are worshipping the form of the Lord, even in photo or in Vigraha also, we can do the same thing. We are offering Dhupa, Deepa. So this is all like we are remembering the form of the Lord and we are asking the Lord to accept them. So Dhupa means we are offering nice fragrances towards the Lord for Him to enjoy. We are offering Deepa as a sign of respect. We are offering water, and then we are offering Vastra for the Lord. And we are offering nice flowers so that Lord can smell as a sign of respect. Even in previous, all the women of Hastinapur, they also showered flowers out of great love. So that is what we are also offering flowers while worshipping the deity. Then we offer the chamara. So this is what they are also doing. So all these Leela of the Lord, we are remembering while doing Arati. So we are like, this is how we are worshipping the Lord. So Uddhava and Satyaki fan, Arjuna held umbrella. And at that time, Brahmanas started offering benedictions to the Lord. So Brahmanas are offering benedictions to the Lord. So this is befitting as well as unbefitting, because Lord is the Supreme Lord. He is the bestower of benedictions for everyone. But for them, the Brahmanas are offering benedictions for him. So therefore it is unbefitting. But at the same time, it is befitting because the Brahmanas, so Supreme Lord always loves Brahmanas and he loves taking benedictions from Brahmanas. And whenever Lord comes as a human, he behaves as if he is the human being. So in this way, they are all befitting also. So in this way, Brahmanas are offering benedictions to the Lord. And these Hastinapur ladies, so Lord is there in Hastinapur, is leaving Hastinapur. So all the ladies of Hastinapur, they went on rooftops to see the form of the Lord, and they started discussing among themselves. So their talk is being described in Bhagavatam here. So the ladies of Hastinapur, they started glorifying the Lord. So Hastinapur ladies, they are all very, very pious. They are all in the company of Pandavas. So they know the glory of Lord Krishna. So their talk is compared to as good as Shruti. Shruti means the Vedas, Puranas, and all those things. So even the talk of Hastinapur ladies are as good as Shruti because they all know the philosophy. They all know the right conclusions of Vedas. So what they talk, that those pleasing talks are described. So they told that Krishna, he is the, what we are seeing, this Krishna, he is appearing like human, but he is the original Purusha, Adi Purusha. From him, from him only all this cosmic manifestation has arrived. And at the end of destruction of this whole creation, everyone merges in his body. So that Supreme Lord Narayana is this Krishna is that original person. And this Krishna, this Govinda, he only gives all the names and forms to all the living entities. So he is the one who from his material nature creates this whole world, and this material nature from his power only started creating this. And he is the same personality whom the great sages and great devotees, when they meditate, they on through bhakti, they will be able to perceive this same personality. So he is the same person whom the great sages also meditate. So that is that is his this that is the greatness of this personality. And this person, this Krishna, is his activities are so attractive, and that all his pastimes, They are all described in the Vedic literature by his great devotees, and by that we can understand that he only who does creation, maintenance, and annihilate this whole material world. And not only that, he also takes various transcendental forms, means he appears in various incarnations in order to protect the world. So he, in different ages and different periods, he appear in this world to deliver to give, protect the people, and heal the demons. So he manifests different transcendental forms. So, and this person, he performs so many activities that how glorious is the dynasty of King Yadu, where Lord has appeared. So Yadu's dynasty is so glorious because Lord has appeared in their dynasty. And he also, how glorious is the land of Mathura. Mathura means where Vrindavan is also included. So where the Supreme Lord has taken his birth and moved in his childhood. So, and how glorious is Dwarkavasi is, because Krishna is always residing there. And in fact, Dwarka is more glorious than heaven. So that means because Lord always stays there, and he enhances the glory of Mother Earth because Dwarka is residing there. And because all the inhabitants of Dwarka, they are able to see the form of Krishna. So this Dwarka has, these glories of Dwarka has more than this heaven. So in this way, Krishna is enchanting in Dwarka. And in this Dwarka, his wives are also glorious because Krishna is always with them. And these wives must have performed so many austerities, and because of that, they have attained the Lord as the Lord of the universe as their husbands. And even the gopis are also like all these wives, they are able to relish the form of the Lord. And even the gopis, just they remembering the form of the Lord, they used to faint. So they also want that favor from Krishna. So like that, they are remembering both the wives as well as gopis. And these queens, like Lord is behaving like an pen, like hand-picked husband towards all these wives. So he satisfied all his wives with so many gifts, and some of them he married through, he forcibly taken away some of them, like Rukmini Harana, where Lord kidnapped Rukmini in her Swayamvara. Some of them he fought, and he fought with, like in their Swayamvara, he went and fought with 7 bulls, and by that he has attained some of the queens. So like that he has, and he killed Narakasura and attained 16,100 wives. So in this way, all these ladies, they are all very glorious because they have attained the company of Krishna. And Lord used to reciprocate with them always. Lord accepted their greetings. Lord always used to smile at them. So, and they also reciprocated with the Lord. In this way, both of them exchanged their greetings. So in this way, Lord is reciprocating with his devotees. So that's what these ladies of Astinapur are remembering about the activities and form of the Lord. So because all these, their talk is in connection with the Lord, so the talk of Astinapur ladies is glorified as equivalent to the Shruti, the talk of Vedas. So in this way they are discussing. So after that, Yudhishthir Maharaj has arranged 4 divisions of defense to accompany the Lord. So Yudhishthir Maharaj has that parental affection towards the Lord as an elder cousin. So for the protection of the Lord, although he is the Supreme Lord, he doesn't require any protection. Still out of affection, he arranged so much military force to accompany the Lord, thinking how to protect the Lord. And Pandavas, all those Pandavas, they came to long distance along with Krishna, so that while he was leaving, they could not feel that they could not get separated. So they accompanied for a long distance. Then Lord Krishna again persuaded them to go back. So finally, they all came back. So, and then the Lord started moving. So from Hastinapur to Dwarka, he went through so many in-between areas and finally reached Dwarka. So while going, wherever he is in the evening time, he used to stop. So all the people in that surrounding areas, they used to come and welcome Krishna, worship him with various presentations. So everyone became very happy in that way while seeing the Lord. So in this way, Lord's departure from Hastinapur is described. So next chapter describes when Lord enters Dwarka, how Dwarkavasis are lovingly receiving him. Very beautiful chapter, this 11th chapter also. Very wonderful how they are receiving, so that we will discuss in the next time. So maybe I will stop here if there are any comments or questions. Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Next.
Yeah. So maybe we will end here.
Yes.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
धन्यवाद। श्रीमद् भागवत की जय। श्रील
Jai.
Yes.